edition of 2025. Who will survive? Sam versus Sandbox.
Zap for Sam to open things up.
And Sandbox going to Mortar. And bam, Boss Bandit. Maybe he saw the success that Mo had with Boss Bandit earlier today. He goes, all right, let me see if I can put my own deck together. Mad Scientist gets in the lab.
Yeah, I'm curious where he's going. And the only Zap deck I think I've seen him run as of late is maybe a Sparky deck, which I obviously don't expect to see here.
Yeah, maybe some sort of Ram Rider or Bridge Spam.
And a little slowdown here. Cannon Cart comes out in response to the Furnace.
And it's always nice to have Cannoneer when you're going up against the Furnace. It's never nice to have Cannoneer when you're going up against Graveyard, and that is part of the journey, we'll call it, with Tower Troops.
Indeed, here we go. Goblinstein in the back.
Stein.
And you got it there, Andrew. Ram Rider. So a little bit of spam here.
And having so many ways to control this Ram Rider. You've got the Goblinstein stun, you've got the Ice Wiz to slow, you obviously have the Mortar, and of course you have the Evo Valkyrie. So many pieces come together here for Sandbox when you talk about defending. Now, how will he get this Spirit Empress taken care of in the skies? That's another question I'll have to answer in just a little bit.
And you think about this too, Sam, for a long time, known for being a Piggies player. This would also have some good coverage on Piggies as well. So good broad pick from Sandbox.
And not going to pop the ability here. I think worried maybe where that Boss Bandit dashes on top of the Goblin Doctor, and if that happens, it's game over.
Should not make it. There we go.
Really nice cleanup there. Gets the value of that third card coming down. Sam not happy about it, understandably so.
But despite kind of getting stymied here, Sam has not given up damage. He's still holding on to that lead. With the difference in starting HP between classic Princess Tower and the Cannoneer. And the curse doesn't actually curse anybody.
And should be nice to be able to defend this without having to use lightning on the right-hand side. Although, wow, Ram Rider connects. You could see Sam right there, a little nod, going, finally, something's going my way.
Yeah, he's got to find ways to buy that little bit of extra time and get those connections. Going into sudden death overtime, Sam has taken the lead in game one, that right-hand tower down to 21-15.
And Curse plus Zap, so fascinating. The Spirit Empress plus the Evo Furnace is going to be such an interesting thing for Sam to play with. That lightning is what Sandbox is going to want to obviously get on top of both of those units, but you know how it is in Clash Royale. You got to get that lightning, you got to bait it out somehow, and then take advantage of the other card.
Big, deep breaths from Sam.
Feels like both these guys are playing with just a little bit more pause than they were earlier today, knowing what's on the line. $10,000 is not a bad way to go home, but it's not what you want when you get to World Finals.
He needs to cover the Mortar. Goes with the Skellies.
Would have loved to see that Mortar come down after the Boss Bandit dashed on top of the Valkyrie. Just a small mistake there from Sandy.
And this is going to be a connection.
Yeah.
Boom, it touches. But now on the right-hand side, look at this.
Yep, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this Goblin Doctor. Will he, won't he? We've been playing that this entire game, knowing that his opponent is going to be focusing on that. Doesn't pull the trigger once again.
Final minute. Comfortable, but not completely insurmountable lead for OP Sam.
42 seconds remain, 19:08 to 24:90. Spirit Empress over the middle, right next to the Furnace. Fascinating there, almost asking for the lightning to come down.
Dash will hold the cannon cart on the opposite side. Mortar getting picked up by the Furnace.
And gonna need a little bit more love on top of that Mortar. And he just goes Curse. And that's a perfect defense from Sam. Lightning comes down. Sam still in the lead.
And I don't think that we can see another lightning here from Sandbox. That's going to be very hard. He might be able to get down to one. Curse for some more damage. Zap for some more damage.
Can he stop it? It's not enough time. And you see right there a huge sigh of relief from Sam.
And look at the Elixir. for Sandbox. I didn't see the count on the...
Like, if he runs into another mirror matchup, is he in trouble, especially against a guy like Sandbox, who loves RG?
Here we go, Sandbox going miner.
Oh, there we go. Beatdown like you called, Rich. It's very rare we see E-Dragon with anything other than Beatdown. Usually Golem, could be Elixir Golem. Might make me sick if it is.
Well, Sam certainly has gone that direction many times. Elixir Golem in the mix, and he has played that now with the Monk. It's very likely he's playing Elixir Golem here.
Yeah, and he's got the delivery. Plus, Evo Tesla is one way to take out an Evo E-Dragon. Curious what the spell's going to be.
Yeah, this is a deck that Sam went 4 for 4 in competitive this year. So E-Golem, Battle Healer, we'll have the NATO out there. He might be going Dark Prince, and there we go, the Bomber.
Yeah, this is an interesting spot for Sandbox. You know, we saw it happen earlier against Mo, where he was able to lock down the game playing a control deck for 90% of that 5 minutes. But it only takes one big push, and Sam already starting to think about what that push might look like.
This is interesting because Sam typically runs this with Dark Prince, not with the Berserker. So the Berserker does give him a faster way to pick up those miners, but now you have the problem of the guards.
That is just a little bit too much damage to take, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He hasn't created a push. He's going to try to turn this into something. A delivery should come down after that shield goes down. Should be pretty easy cleanup. Actually, you know what? The Tesla's going to get involved. There is the delivery. I don't love how much damage he took that early on.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
And you know what? As we've all seen against E-Golem players on ladder, they just ignore that you're playing the game, and they just play their game down one lane. So, he didn't just sacrifice the tower and put that E-Golem push together. He's paying attention to Sandbox's pressure. We'll see if he needs that elixir later on.
And Bomber going to the opposite lane here, so he has some dual lane pressure. Sandbox, lots to contend with.
And Monk does not get the aggro from the Tesla to use that ability. And Battle Healer has no targets to heal up the E-Golem. Sandbox then decides to go right back with the Miner. I actually really like that play, late guards.
Yeah, very smart from Sandbox. Now he's going to get a little juice back in the Collector.
And Rocket, that's such a good Rocket. You can see Sam, I mean, he was maybe hoping it wasn't Rocket, but we all knew it was Rocket.
1188, Sam hanging on.
Yeah.
This deck can get annoying very fast. Sandbox cannot get complacent.
My least favorite deck to lose to. And I lose to it a lot.
And still building up dual lane pressure. Now he knows he has to deal with delivery and Rocket. So that does really kind of take the wind out of your sails for a big single lane downhill push.
I just wish earlier on he would have either committed to defense or committed to offense instead of playing the half and half game. Now he finds himself wanting this entire game. He cannot afford to lose a tower now. That's what all E-Golem players love to do, is lose a tower early in single and then destroy you in double and triple in a 2-tower game.
And you see, the sweat starting to build on the brow of Sam as he's pretty sure he has to come up with a third deck here.
Yeah, absolutely. Miner goes in, does get the activation, but now the Battle Healer isn't even close to the E-Golem, so something that was supposed to help him out ends up get as many buildings down as he can.
Yeah, it looks like Austin with all the new construction. It's a joke for a very small number of people.
The 12 of them loved it. And Rocket in, 470 down to 421. And as quickly as this game started, I know it took 4 minutes to get there, but it felt like the writing was on the wall the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, especially once he went down, once you talk about really not making a choice of which way he was going to play. I know, there's a lot up there.
And that delivery comes in, Tesla down. Sam knows it. He even got a smile on his face. He's like, all right, let's just move on. This is painful. Let's get to game number 3.
I mean, but this is one of those things we're talking about, right? This is Sam's most played deck. And look at Sandbox. Tesla, delivery, Dark Prince, guards, Rocket. I mean, this is just tailor-made to shut him down.
Yeah, and I love the push that we saw earlier, Miner plus guards. That is such an incredible... These guys in their 2025 run at CRL, who stays alive? Sam or Sand?
Evo Valk out. Yeah, here we go. Bait for Sam against Hog. So interesting with Tesla out, with Mortar out. Sam seen an opportunity. Sandbox, other side, going some pretty classic Hog Rider.
Rascals have been showing up everywhere. Last little bit, Vine's coming down, take care of that Princess. Nice 3-for-3 trade. And saving the OP card does OP Sam do for game number 3.
I like this. I like this pick a lot from Sam here with both the delivery and the log out, you know, opening up some good opportunities. Barb Barrel gone too. The question here is, what else does Sandbox have? Was he trying to cover bait here, knowing that a lot of his bait counters were gone?
And Skelly's plus E-Spirit doesn't get cleaner than that. Perfect predictive play there by Sandbox.
Man, imagine making that kind of traffic jam and the Hog still hits.
Yeah, crazy. 24-18, 28-84 is the only damage Sands takes so far. And maybe some, oh wow, I'm gonna have to use the Vine. Still has 5 Elixir in the tank. Does take a Prince shot there. Not ideal.
But no charge, and that was the big thing you wanted to avoid. You know, it's interesting seeing the Firecracker in this one. It makes me think back to the introduction of the Firecracker in that 2019 season when so many of the pros were so annoyed by her presence.
Yeah, well, she's stayed pretty annoying since then, but obviously she's become an integral part of the game and going to have to be something that Sandbox is very, very aware of. And you saw right there, Evo Skeleton's doing such a great job. Evo Firecracker getting just 1 shot on the tower. Oh no! Oh no! Evo Skelly! Evo Skelly, we're going to do it!
Stop! They can't stop! Never stop! Oh my word!
Wow, okay, he's still in it, but that is absolutely devastating. Those Evo Skellies were a talking point for defending against the barrel. I did not think they were going to take almost Sam's entire left-hand tower, and now Sandbox gets to sit back and play defense for the next 38 seconds to 2 minutes and 38 seconds.
And we were sitting here looking at, hey, what are Sandy's options for really shutting down the bait part of things, and it's Sam who gets the eye off the ball here.
And Sandbox looking to get that damage in. Curious what that last card's going to be. We've seen a lot more Hog Lightning these days. It is Earthquake. And now we're just in a cycle situation. Anything can happen in CRL, but it's starting to feel like lights out for the German.
Yeah, it's just a waiting game. Sam, big sigh. Sandbox gets it done and stays alive in CRL